What's up there, John? What are you doing?
Brought my phone.
I saw that.
To take
Is that thing
pictures.
speed dial? That's a monster. You know they have cameras that look like that now too.
Doesn't make good phone calls.
Man, guys, what's going on, Lucky here? Today, John's my wingman. Literally, we're putting window wings in the C10. So let's go find them. I know they're here somewhere. I invited John over. Let me shut this here. Turn this on here. Go out here. Turn these on here. Boom! The red truck is here, and just so you know, have you seen this thing since it's getting so close to being done?
You brought it over and it was being tuned.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, tuner top me. Yeah. And it is such a cruiser, man. Yeah. So let me familiarize you and anybody watching this silly video, the deal with the truck. So this is my shop truck. It is really nothing special. It's got a great story with the fact that it's a retired Los Angeles County fire truck. And in respect for the fire department, I installed a wastegate in the fender just in front of the sign that says fire. That's kind of fun when that thing pops off once in a while. I did just recently do the exhaust a little bit further down, 3 inches down there. It dumps out just in front of the rear wheel. Need to change that angle. It has a budget GT40. Was that G40? Was that which turbo was this?
I think it's a GT40.
GT40.
I don't remember that.
But either way, it's one of the budget ones. It was cheap, and then it's got a CPR built, all the good stuff, 5.3 with aluminum heads, and a Gear Star 4L80 in it. In addition to all that, it is QA1 suspension, front to back. Everything adjustable coilovers and bare brakes that are monstrosities. There are 15s in the front, 13s in the rear. The rims are 18 by 10, and I dinged it right there. See that? I pulled right up and whacked it. And these are Asagian wheels, 18 by 10. I forget what he calls them. I told him what I wanted. He made them. I went over. He gave them to me. I put them on. I wrote him a check. I left. It's very simple. So the gig was, I think you were with me driving this thing when the control panel, the little 2-inch would flicker and shut off, and the car never shut off, but the telemetry, I guess would be the correct terminology there, tended to want to come and go, and then I couldn't keep track of the temperature, and I mean, just all kinds of stuff. It was acting foolish, and I decided yesterday, well, I should start backpedaling right now. I should start making up an excuse as to why it is I Mickey Mouse my own stuff. So because it is my own truck, and that's good. I love to drive it so much, I tend to throw something in it, wire it plenty good enough, and get on the road. And it's never left me stranded, but I don't like to tie my truck up. Like, I lost my mind just now. I had to work on this other show. I had to work on this other show for a few weeks on these other cool cars, but I didn't get to work on my own stuff. I love to do it. And I go, you know what? Let me just pull the floor mat out and look under the dash. And I had forgot how much stuff I Mickey Mouse into this car. I had just stuffed so much crap into there. And I started looking around. And here's the deal. I grounded just the power for the relays and the power for the little screen, 2 small ground wires from the Holley system, to the bracket that is attached to the gas pedal. And then over a few trips in this thing all over the place, because I've been in Vegas in this thing a few times, the gas pedal assembly had started to just come a little bit loose from the firewall. And I thought it was something weird. When I let off the gas and step on the brake, all of a sudden it would like strobe a little bit on the touch screen, and then it would shut off or reset or need to be rebooted, something. And I was like, must be the wire from the brake pedal going to the ECU. So of course I overthink everything. I'm laying under there and I step on the gas pedal and I see the whole gas pedal assembly move just a little bit and the ground is attached to it. I was like, could it be that simple? Didn't matter. I took everything out, glove box out, radio block off plate, took everything out, pulled all the wires, routed them. I've left wires in there before when I had the nitrous on here, like, oh, I'll hook this up again later. Yeah, I never hooked that up again later. So here's a tip. If you're not going to use it the day you're putting it together, take it out of there. It's just going to cause problems in the future. I ripped all that stuff out of there, cleaned it all up, and if I want to add nitrous or add more triggers or line lock or roll control or two-stage or, I got the two-stage hooked up, by the way. Surprise. So if you're going to do that, just wait till you're doing it to do it. That makes perfect sense. Wait till you're doing it to do it. So now let's go back to my wingman, John McGann over there. So the gig is, I have had an overhaul kit for my window wings for the longest time. This thing has 2 different year doors on it. This is a replacement door, that's an original door. And so they have the wrong window wings levers. And Kevin, Tech Center Kalen on Instagram, he had a couple of original window wings with correct levers on them. Like it doesn't really matter to me, but if I got them, I'll put them on there. And I had gone to my brother at Brothers Trucks in beautiful Colton?
Yeah,
Something like that. Either way, Brothers Trucks, everybody knows Brothers Trucks. And bought just everything to rebuild the doors. And I only put in the minimal amount just to get on the road. And today is the day. My wingman and me, we're gonna be rebuilding window wings. Boom, see what I did there? Window wings, wingman. All right, let me go upstairs and pull all this stuff down. I'll be right back. Okay, so I moved the trucks around. Red truck outside, rusty red truck inside. Nothing really looks different in here other than, the 2-step is on the brake pedal now. It's like launch control, which is kind of cool. But here are the doors. This is the replacement door, and that over there is the original door. You can see the interiors was champagne. And getting ready to scatter those puppies, put in the window wings, while John is shooting tool porn? Wing porn? What is this? Wing porn. So I spent a few minutes walking around upstairs, reminiscing actually, because I didn't find anything. And found all kinds of cool stuff. I'm thinking, what am I doing with all that crap up there? And it boils down to, while I was digging around up there, there's nothing up there I would throw away right now. I walked through, I said, okay, I don't need that many extra tires, but yeah, and I don't need every possible LS intake friggin' manifold I can find. But yeah, I don't know. It's like I grew up during the Depression or something. It's like, I just can't throw away all these LS motors or all these LS wiring harnesses and stuff when you can buy this stuff for $159 online now. So here are the window wings that I got from Tech Center Kalen on Instagram. Give them a follow. And they have the correct 1967 handle. And then these are from, do you think these are from OPGI? They say, I don't actually remember where I got these.
I have a set from Classic Industries,
Classic Industries?
so that could be.
Okay, so that's where it would be. Classic Industries, most likely. Do they look like this?
Yeah.
Okay, so probably the same thing. And then there's the little diffuser. Now, what I don't have is, I have a ton of rivets. I think usually these use like the aircraft style rivets or something. And I do have a bunch of stainless hardware. So I think that's really about all we're really gonna need. All I know is that you make videos in there and you have to scream over the whistly sound. So I know a couple of the issues are, and I have the pieces, like this right here. I didn't have the plates to go on the inside, the nut plates.
Oh yeah.
So I just drilled 3 little tiny holes just underneath it, knowing it will all be covered at some point. But so I do have those plates now, so when the doors are apart, I'll remember to put those in. And then the trick is you put those in and you either drill it or you silicone them in. Otherwise, every time, I don't understand how they did that. Every time you take the screws out, they just fall into the bottom of the door. So you just can't take the mirror off. I don't get it, but whatever. So that's the gig today. We're gonna scatter these puppies right now. These are vintage and used up. These are new felts, even though they look old. That's all new. These are all new. This up here is all new. But the only thing that I didn't put in was the stuff. I wanted to get in the wind. You know me. Start driving this thing. So that's what I did. All right, let's get out of this puppy. Actually have the right tool for taking these apart. You can actually do it with a piece of welding wire. You put a hook on the end. But you can also use the right tool. And they work that smooth. So just so you can see how this works. This goes right in there like that and pushes up on the spring. When you give it a little push, it pops right off. It's actually worked really well. But now you know. This is gonna be the same thing. Boom. Generally when you hear that sound, start looking for it on the other side of the shop, in the middle, underneath the car, right in the middle. But when you do hear that sound, turn on your spidey senses and find that thing. But this isn't a bad idea, it works. These are the original style screws. They make repops, but they're a 1/4 with a small Phillips head on them. Yeah, see that? Did you want to shoot any of that? Okay.
I'm good. Cool.
Found the whistle noise and the dynamated it. So yeah, there's supposed to be those little nut inserts right there.
Yeah.
And then the screws are supposed to go right through to that, but no. Man, if only the lunch truck would pull in and honk the horn non-stop. All right, so now I'm just not doing any research on how to do this correctly. I am just trying to remember. We have to find a Phillips head tip there. Stuck on the end of the screw. 5 screws there.
Oh, you looking for the Phillips?
I am, just fell out.
Yep.
Yeah, that's weird. All right, so as I recall, it was, pull these out. Actually, no, I remember now. It is roll window down all the way. And then remove this. Want to shoot any of that? Okay. And then take this out. And this one. If you have tinted windows, careful not to scratch your tinted windows. I speak from experience, not from knowledge. Trying to move this out of the way. I'm only rolling the window up to get it into a safe position where I'm not going to scratch it. You can actually take this and just throw it in the bottom of the door and not worry about it, but I'm going to pull it out so you can see it. It actually goes right here. And this is the extension of the track of the back of the window. So now that that's gone, if you roll the window down, you have all kinds of room to move it around. So the trick here is to unhook and pull this up without damaging it and bending it. Doesn't always work. So there is the felt from the inside, still in great shape. And I put this on, I don't know, a couple LS vests ago. This one, on the other hand, I think we can get away without removing the outside one because it's still soft. So now. So the trick here, raise it back just a little, and not to tear up the rubber. Not the bolt, not the washer, not the spring, not the other washer underneath the spring, but remember where all that stuff goes. There's actually a fiberglass washer, you put a little white grease on, and then a metal washer to stop it from cracking from the spring. But then there is a locking washer right there with another one of those Teflon things. And it just prevents it from opening too far, I think.
Yeah.
So that's handled. Now I'm going to just file off these heads right here. Belt sander. Apparently had chili last night. I just take the heads off these rivets right here. That's how we'll do some rattling too. Now we should be able to. What I like to do, out, put the washers right back on. So I know those went like that. These went to like this. And then this. And then this. And then this. And I know the pros who do this every day, I'll be like, just throw them in a box. I do that every day. I don't do that every day. All right. Now these rivets, I have to drill out from the backside right there, along with these rivets here. Let me just move that rubber.
Get that out of the way real quick.
I think we can get away with, let's look at, these are the new ones, huh? And they're not, yeah, they have a seal there. Yeah, one of my concerns is I wonder if we're doing it now. Can't put it back. I could put it back in, I guess. Will this fit inside there? Holy schmoly. It's like it was made. This tool, I'm going to say this right now, 3M. This tool is a fine specimen of tools. I had the problem with the tailgate. I had to slam my tailgate, remember?
Yeah.
I just stuck this fit in perfectly inside the keyways in the back and just clearance it a little bit.
Nice.
This thing closes like butter now.
That's cool.
And now I have some rivets that are inside here. Who are you yelling at? Some rivets that are inside here. I'm wondering how can I get in there? What just happens to be the perfect width? Are you kidding me? All right, so actually those aren't even the right ones. Those are different ones. But if I needed to grind those off, they would be perfect. But I don't need to grind those off actually. These Hold on. Hold please. We're going dark. We're going dark. Okay, so we went on an excursion looking for the rivets that actually hold this thing together. These are a stock smooth aircraft style rivet. It takes a special die to compress a hammer on one side, smooth, and countersink the other side. Blah, 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 blah. I'm not doing a restoration here. So what I want is a strong rivet that is the right diameter. So I went and got steel rivets, not aluminum, that we'll see how these work. And they should do the job. FYI, they didn't have any smaller boxes. All right. Those rivets are not really very deep. It's kind of cool. All right, let me just confirm. Isn't it weird? Both of our kits did not come with rivets.
Yeah.
Do you think that is somebody trying to sell you more stuff later?
Yeah.
Oh, did you want the rivet kit? The fastener kit? Makes perfect sense. Whereas other trucks are gonna be rated at window wing opening at 180. Mine will be good. Good at 200. Alright, these are all hidden. So hold please. Okay, I'm gonna have to do 200 miles an hour now too.
That's pretty cool. And the sides right off of that.
This is interesting. Oh, I remember now.
Goes up in
Yeah.
Yeah.
Half inch. Just sitting sitting right in front of me. I took a moment and I scotch brightted this and just shot it satin black. The rubber fit. I cussed a little. I edited that part out. Use steel rivets instead of the factory aircraft style rivets, just because I didn't have any factory aircraft style rivets handy. And the steel rivets are fine. They're a little bit tough to put in, but they work just fine and they look great. All right, so turned it 90 degrees, goes back in. This is kind of the trick here, doing this without scratching stuff, assuming your stuff needs to be painted, or your stuff is already nice. My stuff, not so much, I don't care. But you need to be careful. Rotate this thing back. Pass the rubber just a little, right about there. Flip it around gently. Make a little bit more, flip it around. Make it a little bit more, flip it around. Now it goes in without hitting anything. And you can push it all back forward, down and forward. Back and to the left. Pushing that rubber in. Brag, but that went nice. I'm going to install the patinaed preparated screws. Yeah, these are the original rusty screws. That's how we roll here. Oh, look, I scratched my patina. Handled. Okay, now I have the felt. I'm fine with it. Now we're putting some weather strip adhesive in there later, and then cranking the window up to hold it in place until it dries.
Low battery.
The battery's going flat. All right. There it is. Looks better than it did. It's gonna look great at 160 kilometers per hour, which is legal. Whoa, what are you doing there, buddy? Checking. All right. Probably not perfect, but you know what? It's better than it was. And I didn't break anything. So it's a step in the right direction. Let me check it. Oh, let me just do that again. That's all I gotta say. Once I put some weather strip adhesive on this track or channel, as soon as that dries, I'll roll it down and I'll put a little bit on this. And that's it. Gotta take the other side apart and do it. It's gonna be exactly the same as this side, only opposite. Exactly the same, only different. Thanks a lot, you guys, for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, leave some comments. Let me know if you've done this. Let me know where you think I went wrong. The guy with the most accurate description of where I went wrong, let me know. I'll give you a discount on a t-shirt. Thanks, you guys. See you later.